Hi, welcome to Backyard Growing SA. In today's video, I'll be showing you 17 vegetables you can start in April, and I'll be showing you how to plant garlic and carrots. Let's get to it. Okay, so we got peas. Peas is gonna take 7 to 14 days to germinate. And here's the corn what I'm gonna grow it on. So I'm gonna plant them all around, and then I'm gonna plant some here in front, and then I can hang over here. So the peas, you wanna bury them about 2 to 3 centimeters. So the stick I measured about 2 centimeters, so I'm just gonna make the holes for them. Okay, so I got the ones in now for the corn. So I'm gonna plant about 25 of them. I'm gonna plant now the others here down. So the spacing I'm doing is about like 3 to 4 centimeters between each one. And they'll be ready to harvest in about 10 to 12 weeks. So this is red onions. Okay, so here's a few of them. So onions is gonna take 7 to 14 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 4 to 6 months, and they like to be buried about 1 to 2 centimeters. Leeks is gonna take 10 to 14 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 14 to 17 weeks. So this over here is short day onions, so they prefer 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. But if you can give them more sun, it's gonna grow much quicker. And they like to be buried about 1 to 2 centimeters. Radish is gonna take 3 to 7 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 6 to 4 weeks. And they like to be buried into 1 to 2 centimeters. So over here is my lemon tree. I'm just gonna bury around there because they do well, and they'll be just done in about 4 weeks, and by that time this lemon tree leaves will be all falling off. And I do have mulch for this as well. So since the lemon tree do need topping up with compost, I'm just gonna spread the radish seed, and then I'm gonna throw to about 2 centimeters layer of compost. Okay, so I'm just gonna add the compost now. Compost is on, and then I'm going to just add the leaves back off of the mulch. I'm just going to add the leaf mulch back on. And it's about 2 to 3 centimeters of this leaf mulch. So next is turnips. Turnips is going to take 7 to 10 days to germinate. So this is all the seeds in here. So what I did is I threw a layer of cocoa peat on here. I made it some moisture. So I'm going to take all the seeds and sprinkle it on top. And I'm take compost and put over there about a centimeter high. They like to be buried about a centimeter to 2 centimeters. Okay, so all the seeds is now there. Now I threw a lot, but I'm not sure if all is gonna germinate, and if too much germinate I can just use them as microgreens. So yeah, I'm gonna add the compost now. Garlic. So garlic don't really have a time for when they germinate, but they will take 8 to 10 months to harvest. And yeah, I'm gonna now be planted, and I'll just show you what to do. So I'm gonna take all the bigger cloves, and you can plant them with rosemary. So this is my rosemary tree, and I'm gonna be planting them around here. Okay, so yeah, they're all separated now. So what you want to do is bury them about 4 to 6 centimeters down. Okay, so I made 6 holes, but obviously the soil now fell down, so I'll do that off camera. But I made here, that's two you can see. So what you want to do is before you plant your um, garlic, you're going to throw some bone meal in it. So each hole is 5 centimeters deep, and then the spaces in between each is also 5 centimeters. But if you like, you can go a bit wider, like say about 10 centimeters if you want to spread them out, but 5 to 10 centimeters. Okay, and then put the garlic in. And I'll be back when I've done with the rest. Okay, so I got all 6 in now. I did put bone meal in all, so I'm just gonna close them up. Then I'm gonna add some guano pellets in here. And every time I hear that name, it always reminds me of Ace Ventura. But anyway, so I'm gonna add now a layer of that here. Not a layer, but a scoop of it. Okay, so here's the guano pellets. So the guano pellets is to help with the roots. This is for root crops. So it's gonna help a lot with us, and this is a slow fertilizer, so it's gonna take over time. It's gonna start going down in that. So I'll add this every 4 to 6 weeks, and also it's gonna help with the rosemary. And now I'm gonna add a layer of compost on top of here. And now that that is done, I'm gonna add my layer of leaf mulch. So the layer of leaf mulch is gonna just be 1 centimeter, but you can go for about 3 to 4 centimeters. So the garlic is now buried about like 7-8 centimeters down. Carrot is gonna take 10 to 21 days to germinate. I know my hands is dirty, but I was busy with the compost now. So carrots like to be buried down like 1 to 2 centimeters deep, and the space in between the rows is gonna be 5 centimeters each. I'm just gonna put them in here. So you can just throw them how you want them. Obviously you're gonna thin them out later on. Okay, I'll be back when the rest of the rows are done. So like I said, they like to be buried about 1 to 2 centimeters down, and the space in between each row is 5, and they'll be ready to harvest in 10 to 12 weeks. So what you want to do to germinate them, I'm gonna close them up first. And you don't want a lot of rocks and stones in your soil when you are planting your carrots. You just want to water them. Okay, so they're nice and moist now. So what you're gonna do now is put a cardboard over, or you can put a plank over each row. But what I do, I put a shade cloth over, then I'm just gonna water this as well. And you want to keep your soil moist until the seeds has germinated, because once that seeds dry out, it's gonna be very difficult to get the harvest you want. And with carrots, you want to only direct sow. Do not sow them in trays or anything, straight into the ground, please. And do not buy them from nurseries unless they have seeds, because they are not going to do well at all. So lettuce is going to take 7 to 14 days to germinate. They'll be ready to harvest in 6 to 8 weeks. But the 6 to 8 weeks is if you're going to take the whole head out. But about 4 weeks already you can start trimming off and taking leaves for your salads. And they like to be buried about half a centimeter to a centimeter. Or you can just throw them on top and then it will germinate as well. You don't have to bury them. Brussels sprout is going to take 7 to 14 days to germinate. And they'll be ready to harvest in 13 to 17 weeks, and they like the depth of 1 to 2 centimeters to bury them. And you will see when they ready to harvest also is once the buds come on the sides, you will see that celery is gonna take 14 to 21 days to germinate. But if you want a better rate of germination, what you have to do is take a damp cloth, put it in a bag and put it in the fridge with the seeds for about 2 weeks, and it'll germinate much more quicker and more will germinate. And also with celery, it will take 12 to 17 weeks to harvest, and they like to be buried about a half a centimeter to a centimeter deep. And also what I do is I just do the cut and come against with the celery, so I just cut around and then there we go. Like with this one, harvested twice already, and that one and once from this, and this is 2 new ones over here and the one there behind. The cauliflower is going to take 10 to 14 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 7 to 14 weeks, and they like to be buried about 1 to 2 centimeters. Broccoli is going to take 7 to 10 days to germinate, and will be ready to harvest in 12 to 16 weeks, and broccoli likes to be buried about 1 centimeter. So once they hit it 2 true leaves, they'll get transplanted over to a bigger bucket before I plant them in their permanent place. Beetroot is going to take 7 to 10 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 8 to 10 weeks, and they like to be buried down 2 to 3 centimeters. So before you plant them, you can soak them for 24 hours or overnight, and then you can plant them. But if you're growing cocoa pear, it's fine, you can just keep the soil moist and they will germinate. Cabbages is going to take 7 to 14 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 12 to 16 weeks, and they like to be buried about 1 to 2 centimeters, but I prefer 1 centimeter over 2, and this is red and green cabbages. Swiss chard is going to take 7 to 14 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 8 to 10 weeks, and like with all leafy greens, you can just cut and come again. So Swiss chard like to be buried 1 to 2 centimeters, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to bury it 2 centimeters because it is a thicker seed, and you want to soak this overnight as well. But if you have cocoa pear and you always keep it moist, you don't have to do that. And I'm just going to put 1 in each, because in each Swiss chard pod there is about 4 to 3 seeds. Kale is going to take 7 to 14 days to germinate, and they'll be ready to harvest in 8 to 14 weeks, and they like to be buried 1 to 2 centimeters, but I'm going for 1 centimeter. Mustard green, so the one in my hand was not in the packet is mustard spinach, and the one in the packet is red mustard. So they are both going to take 5 to 7 days to germinate. They'll be ready to harvest in 4 to 6 weeks, and they like to get buried in half a centimeter to a centimeter. I'm just going to throw them all on here and cover them up. That's about a half a centimeter. So the spinach one I'm going to put over here. So I'm going to put like 3 seeds in each one. And then for this 5 over here, I'm going to do the same with the red mustard. Okay, they are through a bit more than 3. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate if this video can get at least 50 likes. And next week Sunday I'll be uploading 10 herbs you can grow in April. And if you like, you can donate down below with super thanks and memberships. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, share, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and don't forget to turn on your notifications, because next week I'll be uploading 10 herbs to grow in April. Thank you, Backyard out.